Distorted Travesty 3 is a game which I have finished playing, thank the gods. My original plan was at the end of the last video to kind of give my thoughts on the game and say things and stuff. However, my emotional state at the end of that last video, as you might have noticed, made me kind of, completely unable to form any kind of coherent sentence at the end. So I figured might as well postpone that to a bit later, and I got a bit lazy, and it only happens now. I ended up, also watching Hauka's final video, who kind of had, he sure had a reaction, not the same as mine, that's for sure. Anyway, yeah, about this ending, so there's lots of people who really don't like the ending of DT3. The only thing I'm gonna say is that even though, a thing that a lot of us like about DT is the whole in-joke aspect and how it's never serious, etc, etc. However, despite all that, it's not a plot-driven game. To me at least, and I hope for many people, DT in general is really all about the gameplay, the precision, platforming and fighting at the same time. Also sometimes just one of them, of course. And given that, you see, it's not a visual novel, and so just, the final 1% on the game should not impact your opinion, god damn it, on the game as a whole at all. So try to think about that. And will I get rid of this too? Who knows? Yes, finally. So since it's mostly a gameplay driven game, my personal belief is that the author can end the game however he likes it, and it should not matter much at all, and it should not change whatever opinion you had on the game beforehand. So if Zephyrburst felt that, killing off everyone was a good way of saying his own personal goodbye to the whole thing, then he can do that. He can absolutely do that, and I will not criticize him at all. Everyone, of course, can have their own opinion on that, but I respect the creator and the owner of this thing in that way. And anyway, on the topic of this ending, so yes, of course, there's this whole, it's dark, all of a sudden it's not fun, and it's not in-jokey, etc, etc. Well, still kind of, I'm pretty bad. On this whole topic of saying goodbye, a lot of this game, or of the plot of this game, runs on the rule of cool / rule of awesome / rule of whatever you like thing. We're the main characters, so we're invincible. Let us just go venture forth and solve everything and kill all the bad guys, and it's really awesome is a word which comes out a lot in this series. Made me appreciate this word a bit more, maybe. And I'm gonna die soon. That's pretty good. Whatever. And it's kind of an interesting kind of subversion. Sure, you're the heroes of this awesome style story, but at some point the rule of cool runs out. And we see this actually throughout all this this final section of the game where it gets darker. All of the final boss fights, the end is not very climactic at all. The Abomination, everyone was kind of expected that you would manage to save it from the parasite thing and make it become good again, because the game really teased you of that. And in the end, no, it just kind of dies. And boom. And Hex is the same way. There's this big climactic fight with him. Finally you kill Hex, and he just kind of dies without saying anything. There's not even a giant scream like you would expect from this kind of unholy demon, which does kind of have an unholy demon theme going around for this final fight. Of course, this is kind of subverted once again since he had a final trap for all of us. But yeah, my point is, it's kind of a all of a sudden realistic output on things. Is that in real life, realistic plots, like deaths happen, but they're kind of meaningless. Like, let's be honest, death in real life is a meaningless thing. That it just happens kind of randomly, and it's super sad, and you wish it hadn't happened, and that's about it. Hey, that's the Wallmaster Battlefield. And to me, it's like all of a sudden, yeah, rule of cool, that's enough. You gotta be serious. Well, not serious, but you can't have rule of cool forever. It has to disappear. So just as, you know, Jeremy, he sacrifices himself on that power source thing, and he says to Jerry, no problem. Well, not really, but at some point he kind of promises that he'll be back. And he knows perfectly well that he won't be coming back. It's not even, yeah, I said in my playthrough, hey, this is a death flag. Yes, but it's not the usual death flag where the person just says that and they really shouldn't have, because that saying that causes their death. He knows fully well that he's gonna die, and that's so... Oh god, I'm gonna cry again. And so yeah, this whole end of the rule of cool thing. This game is not cool anymore. God damn it, I lost the corner again. Oh, that sucks. If I go left, I don't think I should go left. Now it's like pray. It's always happened in this game. Anyway, enough about the ending. Is that enough about the ending? Probably. Let's talk. I wanted to kind of give my thoughts on the game as a whole. And no, first things first, I think a lot of people have been saying or want to say this, but Distorted Travesty as a whole is, to me, it is a monument of indie gaming. The kind of gameplay which we could almost say you have invented in some ways. It's just that good. And number 3 in particular, you've pushed the polish card all the way. Like, this game, the level of detail which went into all the gameplay things is kind of amazing. Like, just imagine that no damage mode is actually possible in such a complex and fast-paced game is really something. And oh, I might be able to go left pretty soon. That would be nice. Should I play around that? Should I play around getting left? Probably not, because I can do that. And in fact, yeah, so like these games are really, really good games. And something that one person put on Raukau's videos comments, which I actually also thought about, is that there's very, very little in terms of community around this game. Like, basically everyone who likes this game is either like follows Raukau or me, or, you know, Negative Zero or someone like that, and probably has seen the author comment on quite a few things. And it's so small, but there's so much to do with this, you have to say, fascinating universe, despite the whole, well, we're just mixing up video games in Video Game Town thing. How I'm gonna do this? Oh, I can go left. And of course it still does that. Oh, this game hates me. I'm gonna die pretty soon, I think, now. But let's do our best. Anyway, 16, 32s, well, oh, no, we're not that close, actually. But we might have another try at going left. Yes, finally I got my corner back. I still am not in great shape. Yeah, so, but this whole, actually, you know, copyright infringing everything aspect also means that obviously this game can't become too big, because then the copyright holders might come around and not be very happy. Copyright, scourge of modern society. And I'm gonna take a risk. Should I take a risk? No, it's... yeah. Not bad. Not bad at all. Not amazing. There you go. Perfect! Should be able to win now. hope I'm not distracting you. Yeah, I actually am distracting my own train of thoughts, but hey, 2048, it's a game. Anyway, yes, Distorted Travesty 3, at times, I actually preferred the first game at times, though probably overall he is better. Because it's kind of too neat in many ways. You may have pushed the polish card a bit too far, and this game kind of wants to do everything very well, and sometimes I felt like the first one had more soul. And that's probably just a personal opinion kind of thing. Also, I haven't played the first one in a while, so that will mix things up in terms of understanding and memories. Ah! Mistake. That shouldn't be too bad. Like, I just loved the whole cripple system in the first one. I'm kind of disappointed that it didn't really come back at all. Like, there was temporary weak points for some enemies, but that was mostly a detail. And wasn't necessary for completion. Well, crippling wasn't necessary in easy and normal mode, I think, in DT1. But it sure was for hard mode. It's true that DT1 had lots of design issues, like too many RPG elements, and the result of which was that certain bosses became pretty much stat checks, which you kind of want to avoid in an action game. That is correct. And but still, and of course, there was some of the boss patterns in DT1, especially at the end. I like that it was just always use water barrier to dodge all this bullet spam, then cripple and attack. Of course, DT3 was way more varied on that point. Oh, the ending theme, credit song, so sad. I was thinking of doing a piano version of that because it was so. After I did the final episode, like, I pretty much couldn't sleep that night because I was so shocked. And I think I had trouble sleeping the next few days as well. Jerry and Jeremy are dead forever. See, I'm still talking about the ending, despite me saying that I wouldn't. People are going to talk about this ending. Maybe you should create an alternate, super awesome true ending, where the rule of awesome comes back in full force somehow. Maybe. And are we gonna succeed? We're almost there. We're almost there. I think we're good now. 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128. Nope, we're still not there. Sorry about that. And so there's a few things in DT3 which could be improved. Actually, I have one kind of... God damn it! I died right at the end. One thing which kind of struck me in a way is that I think you're not exactly sure. I'm talking to Zephyr, by the way. Whenever I say you, it probably means Zephyr. What kind of gameplay you're going for in a specific sense, which I'm gonna say. Like, is the gameplay supposed to be room per room, or are the rooms supposed to kind of flow into each other? It's kind of linked to the whole respawn issue, which has been an issue in several LPs, not mine too much, but though there's this whole mechanic, which when you die, you respawn at the current HP you had when you entered the room, unless you had less than 3/4. Then you get respawned at 3/4. This means lots of things. In particular, it means that basically you can kill yourself at the start of every room, and you can use that as a means of healing yourself. And it kind of transforms the game into a sequence of one-room challenges where you start at 3/4 health, which is not a bad thing in and of itself, but it was clear that the game at some parts was not designed around that at all. I'm thinking about especially lots of the hex platforming in like the third of the game, where there was quite a lot of rooms where you could kind of just tank your way through all the whole thing, because the traps wouldn't do enough damage. And the result is bad gameplay, because you don't actually need to do any effort unless you're on Achilles mode. but we're not going to talk about that now, are we? Except that it's great that it's doable. Good job, good luck to NZZ, who is kind of attempting Achilles plus Nightmare. That's crazy. Yes, so, and you know, in the early versions of the game, it was actually not 3/4, but half. It meant that if you died, like if you entered some difficult rooms with lowish health, then you would have a hell of a lot of trouble, which I think I had a few times too. And if you ever make another game, which I hope you do, you should really decide. I think that you could go all the way. It would be better if you went all the way in one direction or the other. As in either completely force the starting HP of every room to be 3/4 or half or 100% or whatever of the max health value, or never do this regen thing and do it kind of DT1 style, where you get respawned with the health you had when you entered the room. The thing about DT1 is that there was a safe point in about 98% of rooms, which meant that you could always heal back up whenever there was a room transition. Also, you know, regenerating mana and healing spells, that's another thing altogether. You know, too many RPG mechanics, but we can agree on that. I loved spamming those boomerangs. That was so fun, those boomerangs. Did we ever hear this music in game? What is that? Dark Shadow. Dark Shadow is the name of the track. Who knows what that is? I don't. I'm gonna do this like that. Not like that, but like that, sure. So yeah, it is a problem. Other problems, I think there's actually a pretty problematic difficulty curve throughout the game. Like some things are really too easy and some things are really too hard. Like ignoring the fact that I had some pretty good success at a lot of things which are supposed to be hard. Like the Mountain Temple was... got that. Oh, yes, we're safe. Mountain Temple was insanely hard. Like the traps here do a lot of damage. That is... like the place really didn't feel good. I remember when I played this section, like the video was long and I thought that I was doing badly. Like, come on, you can do it. Like, I wasn't saying that on the stream, of course, because you can't do that, but it really felt uncomfortable. And I think it's just because the traps do too much damage. So maybe go back and lower that trap damage a tiny bit. That's my opinion, of course. I'm not a game designer. And yeah, so about this difficulty curve. And after, so Mega Man difficulty was really great. Like this upward corridor thing, I think it was just me having problems here. That room really is showing my face. Now how am I gonna do this? Like, yeah. This is not an amazing run, but we're gonna make it. Yes, oops, okay. Mega Man was fine, and then after Mega Man, I don't know what happened, but it really felt like the difficulty took a huge drop, and it took ages for it to come back up. Like, the Far Reaches is supposed to be a kind of breather area, so it's fine for that to be easy, but then the Vault was kind of easy. I won't talk about the Nightmare Vault, because for me it was fine, but yeah, that was just me having fine things. But the Vault in itself was kind of easy. Metroid Town was really, like, well, the area was okay, but the bosses were like trivial. Like the Ridley fight was kind of disappointing, in fact, because even though it was really dramatic, climactic, and well done in that regard, there's so many checkpoints, and he's that much of a non-threat that in the end it was disappointing. That's my thoughts on that part. And after that, chaos and stuff, difficulty was fine. Still easier than Mountain Temple with that, because the problem is with Mountain Temple, not with the other stuff. And So other topics, you know, death is really hard, but it's okay. Actually, he was hyped as a really hard boss all along. Actually, I'm wondering, was he really hyped that much in game, or was that mostly an out of game thing? I've got to think about that a bit more. And I think I had lots of trouble with death. Like I might have underperformed a bit for that fight. 1024, halfway there. Kind of. The easy half, of course. And Sephiroth was fine. RPG Town, it was kind of easy. But, okay, maybe I should just play Nightmare Mode or something. But to me, yeah, maybe it's just... Maybe all of this is just the bad aftertaste of the Mountain Temple. That's not impossible, actually. This music is cool. It's probably from 3D Game Heroes. I'm gonna go with left and right. Or, no, I'm gonna go with down and up. Yes, it worked. Phew. I'm not very good at 2048. Like, I actually played it a lot. Well, not a lot. I played it a decent bit when it was popular, when it just came out. Never won, and then stopped because the thing faded out. And I just started playing again like a month ago because I was bored at a math conference, I said it. And then I finally beat it without that much effort. But it feels like things are out of your control sometimes. Anyway, back on topic. Gotta finish this video at some point. Yeah, difficulty is kind of all over the place. I wish that the hard things were harder. Maybe I should play Nightmare Mode. Maybe I'll play it on my own time. I think the LP was long enough. I'm not sure. I might need some extra opinion on that, but I think the LP was long enough. This game is huge, but you can't blame a game for being huge, especially when it has so much actual content. Like, it's not like you ever get bored or anything. This game is however many hours it takes you. Like, it's really different for many people because it's an action platformer. So it is challenge based. But what is sure is that there's lots of content and you need to learn a lot of these bosses. Not all of them, but yes. So anyway, his Wonderwall, no! Did I say everything I wanted to say? So yeah, difficulty, I think some parts need tweaks. Like, I think all the Metroid bosses should be buffed. Like, I'm not sure how you would do that, but they should all be buffed. Like, a few of them I beat on my first try, but it kind of feels like a no-no in Distorted Travesty. That's my feeling, at least. And like the Nightmare, as in, you know, the boss of the Metroid Nightmare Gate, who is also called Nightmare. This guy is a joke. Like, something has to be done. Like, I suggested making him resistant to shot. I might win this time. Like, because even after the post-buff nerfs to the charge shot, he still dies really fast to his charge shot. Spam. Maybe actually make him completely immune to shot. That might be worth considering, actually, because he doesn't do much. Oh, that was actually a good idea, so let's not throw that away. Okay, alright. Well, we might win this time. That would be good. That would be good. Actually, winning on my second try isn't that bad at all. Yeah. Back on topic. Back on topic. I have to... There. We can actually go back on topic. Not now. Still not now. Still not now. Now we can't. Now we can go back on topic. Yeah, the Nightmare. I had a lot of trouble on the wolf boss of the Castlevania Extra Gate. Again, probably just me underperforming. Oh, this disco section. Something was off about the disco section. I think it's maybe because I was too influenced by the end of DT1 and this whole thing where we were pretty much almost invincible. Let's not die stupidly, shall we? I'll go up, and then down, and then... if I go right, this will open up actually a bunch of stuff it's worth doing. Yeah. There we go. And then I can do up like that. Of course there's a 2. Now this 2 really sucks. It might be worth just creating another 64. Because there's no way I'm going to have these two 64s combined. Yeah, I'm going to go this way. That's how I play this game. Should be doable. 64 isn't that big of a number. Yeah, so the part where all the bots helped you kind of felt underwhelming. Good thing there was the best room in the game after that. With the text. Oh no! Oh, not that! No! The thing about 2048 is that you can't undo. I can't undo. I have to go left. I'm probably better off going right and praying now, huh? So I've got an 8. And make another 8. Ah! So much hate! So much hate! I have to go up and I'm dead. No, not yet. I got an 8 here. Will that be enough? I should go up. Now what? Down. The game hates me so much! Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I have to go up. Left. Oh! Managed to get the two 64s together. Not sure how I did that, but I did it. So now I'm gonna up or down, up or down. So up will create something there. Down, I think. No, but down. Oh, I'll go with up. Go with up. Now I can go with down. Got my 256. Now everything is just a mess. Talk about a mess. Look at that. Back to Distorted Travesty 3. The first few extra gates were probably the best ones. Like the Zelda one was cool because it was all puzzly and stuff. Never got any of that back afterwards. Up or down? Up or down? Go with up. So I can do that. And then that's not bad. Still, how to join these 32s? I'm not sure. Game is a mess. This game is a mess now. Yeah, better off creating new 32s. Boom. Uh-oh, this might end soon. I think this is gonna end soon. Up. Up again. This is gonna end soon. Maybe not. So hard to stay on topic. Wow. I have not died yet. So right or left? This is a tough one. I'm gonna go with right and then up. That worked. Okay, now I need another 128. Things are still not as bad as they were earlier. This is my second 128. I already have 164. So now I only need another 64. Was that a good idea? I don't think it was. Stuff is all stuck on that side. Okay, let's just go back in time. I can't do that sadly. I can kind of go back. Down. 32. So I'll go with that. And then what? Down. Down doesn't make me stuck. I probably want up again though. That's not good. That's better. I'm gonna die. I've been saying that for a while. I still haven't died though. Not left, that's for sure. Up is my only other choice. And I can merge the 8s. Still not dead. So I want up. Yes. I want it up. Now what? So right is an interesting prospect. But no, because it probably will spawn a 2, which will be stuck. So we'll go with up. And now we're going to pray that it's a 2. Okay. Now what? Up or down? I'll go with down. So now I can go. Can I win? I did it! 2048. I'm gonna keep going though, because I still have to talk about Distorted Travesty 3. It's pretty hard. Like I am kind of doing a review, I guess, but I think I've said most of what I wanted. A few things are off balance, apart from the major things I've said, but nothing dramatic. Yeah, Hex never used this ultimate attack he used at the end of the fight where he has this music. I'm not sure if there's any reason for that. Maybe he had spent too much energy using it, maybe he could only use it once. Oh yes, I wanted to say that one thing I really loved about DT1 is that it was only Jerry and Jeremy. Like, it was just two bros going at it being awesome, even though we only saw one of them. And you actually managed to create a game with, like, invisible characters, which kind of is something, And, we never had this two bros interaction in DT3 until the very end. Like, the one scene where Jeremy sacrifices himself and Jerry is here, please don't, I don't want to go away, etc, etc. I have a chance at doing a left, then down, then right. Nope. Denied. Denied again. Still denied. Whatever. We'll do this another time. But now things are a mess though, so now it's bad. That's bad. Yeah, I really like this interaction, and we had a tiny bit of it back, despite the whole sad atmosphere. We're talking about the ending again. Like, I can't stop it. This ending did change a lot of things, but we can't let ourselves think too much this way. Let's do it like that. Yeah, well, I'm gonna die soon. That's kind of obvious. Because 248 isn't in the corner at all. But all my values are still kind of low, that I can find combinations kind of everywhere. Like, I need to get rid of this 4 over there. I think I'm gonna... Like, sending it up would be useless, because the 2 would spawn beneath it, so... Oh, this is actually gonna end now. Yeah, this ends. This ends here! No, the 16s are actually... So down means I need a 4 to survive, and up means I also need a 4 to survive, so I might as well go up and to 2. Game over! So now I'm going to keep playing because I still want to talk, but I'll try not having things interfere. Yes, Jerry and Jeremy, actually, thinking about it after the thing, I don't like Claire that much. Like, the Jerry X Claire banter, it's not an X, since it's not a couple thing at all, but the banter thing going between them throughout all the early game is fun, but I think I enjoyed the Jerry plus Jeremy thing in the first game quite a bit more. Claire, on the whole, I don't know, she's not very funny, is she? Like, Chao has the whole cute and for some reason super competent at things which Jeremy failed doing going for her, but Claire's just kind of serious, let's get the job done, blah blah blah. She does point out funny things, but in the end, yeah, it's not... I didn't like Claire as much. Like, for me, DT is Jerry and Jeremy, and Team Chao is a thing for the third one. Like, Chao is pretty cool in the second one as well. No, the second one is more like, it's the prequel to the sequel. It's not a full game. It's really DT3 -1. It says it. The subtitle is actually really good. We never knew that when we played it, because there was such a long time between them. But it's actually a really good subtitle for DT2. DT2 was a fun game. Such a shorter game, but it's not a problem at all, especially given the size of DT3. One thing I have to say, and I'll say it again. The overworld music for the Zelda section is all messed up in the second half. You need to find another MP3 or OGG. I guess it's all OGG in this game. And you need to fix that, Mr. Zephyr Burst. It's not good. And weird voice. Sorry about that. Clearly the game's number one flaw. There's a few things going on, but yeah, this game, I'm kind of in a way sad that it doesn't have a following. Why is it not at SGDQ? Because it doesn't have a following. Also, copyright holders would, of course, chime in at that point. But yeah, I wouldn't speedrun it. Well, it would be. Would this game be fun to speedrun? It's mostly a challenge of finding optimal routes throughout every room. And there's a few glitchy tech things where you can do super high jumps after a dash. I forgot what it was, but I kind of found it out in the subconscious filter thing. Yeah, more wall jumps. I wonder if there could have been more wall jumps. Probably not. Yeah, maybe back on this whole DT zone gameplay. I actually kind of miss Mental Insurrection. Lots of things in the first game. I mean, I did joke about Blast Off all the time with my playthrough. When will we get Blast Off? And then referencing it quite a few What is DT3 had Blast Off reference in them. I admit that. I like the double jump, but the kind of hard to use double jump compared to this game's very fluid double jump. It was really fluid. I mean, the mechanics are really good. Like, sure, there's some kind of floatiness going on, but I don't think it's problematic. Actually, maybe it is, and I don't know what I'm talking about because I recall having sometimes trouble jumping on things. And the thing is, I did switch from keyboard to controller mid-game just in order to use dash buttons, because dash buttons on the keyboard were starting to be slightly too complicated, let's be honest. But I think I would have handled the switching between not shot types, ability sets not too badly, because I managed that in DT1. It was actually something I really liked in DT1 for some reason, was managing all these. So you had current element and then current spell associated to that element. Like, it was hugely complicated, and I laughed a lot how complicated it was. But I kind of liked it, so yeah. So yeah, take that. Let's not talk about 2048. Just play fast, okay? Thank you. My brain can't do two things at once. And fix that Zelda music. I like DT1 despite its problems. I like the soul, the Jeremy and Jerry thing. And the franchise has been killed through its ending. Anything else I wanted to say? Don't think so. I don't think so. What else do I want to say? Yeah, this game's good. I love. Talk about Distorted Travesty. You can do it. God damn it. No. Okay. We're back, kind of. I was never a huge fan of the music in the series overall, actually, which is like the choices are usually pretty good, but to me, it was kind of sometimes. I just didn't like everything, and that's fine. I mean, I can't like everything. I love so many things about this game already. We have to stop at some point, and not just the Zelda overall music, which is a problem in and of its own. I'm gonna die here. Sort of, kind of, sort of, kind of. Is that Bitten Bot? Fortress Skyguard. Maybe. Maybe it is Bitten Bot. Did I beat that spider boss in one try? I might have. Another boss which might have been too easy. Yeah, I'm still listening to music in the game, despite me saying it wasn't that good. You know, my brain can't comprehend multiple things at once. But yeah, I'm gonna want to listen to these more. Now that I'm not playing this game anymore, maybe I should play Achilles mode. No, not Achilles mode, Nightmare mode. I'm gonna play Achilles mode. I actually do value my sanity, despite, you know, despite me playing Spell Card Collection all the way to the end. That sure was a thing. And, like, I hate putting this game to rest. I really hate putting this game to rest, which is why I had trouble sleeping the night when finished, of course. Like, the B room part of the Bubble Tower, also Moriari Tower, I think it was supposed to contain videos made by the testers or other people. I would love to see more content with this engine. I would love to see more content for this game because there's so much potential. There is so much potential in these mechanics you have devised. Like, things are so fluid. You've probably never heard. Oops, this music go all the way. There's so many good things which can come out of that. Even though we can't have the crazy mental insurrection chain dashes, which is really why I miss mental insurrection. Well, also being able to spam attack everything without thinking too much. No, I guess one problem of DT1 is the whole, you could tank a lot of things and there would be lots of healing for you. I understand that this is a problem. Well, I was thinking maybe there should be a dash buttons patch for DT1. What do you think about that, Zephyr Burst? Like this, would this take a lot to program? Maybe it wouldn't. Should think about that, because dash buttons really are a game changer. To me, they are what makes gamepad playing viable, because otherwise there's so many... No, that's not true, but I don't know. Like sometimes precision platforming I feel is better on a keyboard. But only sometimes. Like my thoughts are not set on this. I stopped playing Super Meat Boy because I didn't have a controller at the time. It really felt like this game needed a controller. And then I played DT1 and I enjoyed the heck out of this without a controller. So different kind of platforming, maybe? Maybe. And yeah, I do not want to put this to rest, but I think maybe I should, because this video is really rambly. I'm not really talking about anything. I'm gonna get lots of thumbs down. Sadness. No, I'm not gonna end this video by saying sadness, but that would be just kind of too typical. Like, I was really considering it. Maybe I should just stop the recording now. I mean, I just said sadness for the first time. It is also a nice way of laying the thing to rest. But no, I'm not gonna just end this with sadness. You know, Zephyr Burst was actually the person who made me realize I said this a lot. And this actually influenced me quite a lot. And my little sub-community of followers. Like, yeah, sadness is... Oh, yeah, sadness is indeed a catchphrase. Oh, well, sadness. I actually say it in French as well when I talk in French sometimes, which happens in real life. Or, you know, you kind of... This game, you kind of die without expecting it. It's kind of insane. Sadness. Perfect. I think I've said everything I want to say. I'm just waiting patiently because it will probably take a few years for Zephyr Burst's next game. Please fix that Zelda music, lower the damage of the traps in Mountain Temple, and improve the Nightmare's resistance to at least shot. And buff Hex a bit. I think he's too easy. I think Hex is too easy. I understand he's a puzzle boss, but he was kind of a non-issue. of his damage, I guess. This way it wouldn't make him harder for the kills. Would make him harder for Nightmare, that's for sure. Have I said everything? We are putting the 45 minutes. See you next time.